Hello! In previous section we discussed how to run tests, observed different approaches, how to monitor result using basic JMeter elements and also using some other approaches like real-time monitoring using Grafana, InfluxDB and Telegraph. In this section, which is called Results Analysis and Root Cause Investigation, we are going to talk about some common metrics and how to use them while analyzing your results. After that, we are going to go deeper into performance testing framework, how to set up it and how to run your test and get results in Grafana. After that, we are going to go deeper into root cause investigation, and after that I will show you some template of test report which can be used for your test report preparation. So let's go. Test results analysis and common metrics. As we talked before, there are several types of metrics which we need to fetch and analyze while running performance tests. First type is application side metrics. There are response time, like average, median, percentiles, minimum, maximum. Throughput, that is number of requests or transactions per second or per minute. Also number of concurrent users, or in context of JMeter, it is number of active threads. After that, error rate and error details. Error rate, it is number of or percentage of errors during your test, and error details, it is something like logs or traces or just details for sent and failed requests and response. And also some network traffic, like how much megabytes or kilobytes your application send and receive using network. Let's get closer look at response time types. First one, it is average. It is simple metric that means imagine that you got, for example, 10 response times. To get average, you need to sum them and divide into their count. Median, it is quite similar to average, but to get median you need to sort your response times, for example from maximum to minimum, and to take that response time that is located in the middle of your range. Also, median can be called fifth percentile. If we will talk about percentiles, what is this? Percentile, imagine that you get 100 response times, 100 results. So you sort them, for example, descending, and 19th percentile, it is just 90th sample in your sorted list. This percentile means that 90% of requests were executed with less than this number. For example, if your 90th percentile is 1 second, that means that 90% of your requests were executed less than in 1 second, and 10% of requests more than 1 second. The same is with 95th and 99th percentile. Minimum maximum, it is simple, it is just minimum and maximum response time of your samples or transactions. Also, another important type of our metrics is server side. We have here CPU, memory, network, disk, some number of open connections, ports, etc. There are really a lot of number of these metrics, but this one is the basics. The most common metric that you need to monitor always, it is CPU and memory. All other stuff, it is optional. Let's have a quick look how we can get these metrics and where to find these metrics in, for example, in JMeter. A lot of application side metrics you can see in aggregate report. So here first field it is average, then median, percentiles, minimum, maximum, error rate, throughput, and network statistics. I would suggest you to pay attention at median field or this column and to, for example, 95th percentile, because percentiles, they show you some spikes of your responses. As you can see, your median, and you can use these two columns to give some feedback for your business management or somebody else. Median means that half of your requests were executed or processed faster than this number. Open category were executed faster than 5.4 seconds. After that, 95th percentile, it says that only 5% of your requests were executed longer than 6.2 seconds. Let's try to view results in Grafana. So in Grafana, there is the same test. So it is test scenario JMeter 5. And also we can see here all that metrics that I showed you on slides. So number of active users, number of transactions, error count, error rates, some trends per transaction, and also something similar to aggregate report. All this stuff can be found here in this dashboard, and also we have here transaction and some special dashboard or panel which helps us to find capacity of your service. As you remember, capacity is some point where your throughput of your service stops growing. So this panel is totally useful while finding capacity of your service. And also in this dashboard you can see some server-side metrics for your server, or in our case it is load generator, some CPU, disk I/O, some Docker metrics, memory, kernel, and a lot of other stuff. So this is basics of which metrics we need to fetch and we need to pay attention while analyzing our test.